each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Glad to have you with us from the original Cotton Bowl. On a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
With the catch, it's Thomas. There he goes! He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Back to throw, it's Knight. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Intercepted in the first drive, ends with a pick.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time he's got it. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. Slips through the line. Special teams. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. I think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. It's complete to the right. Shakes off the defender. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off. Play play this game in the shadow of Big Tex. You can get a corny dog out there, play carnival games, and see one of the great rivalries in the sport, David.
It's crazy. You literally walk outside of the stadium, and there are thousands upon thousands of people. They don't even realize a football game's going on, Jesse. They're just having a good time.
You're right. It's part of what makes this game so special. The Red River rivalry is just so much fanfare. There's so much tradition. And remember, with bragging rights on the line, this thing just means more.
The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. To the air on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Wants to throw it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking for a man. It's Knight. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Sooners just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Trying to make magic with his feet. Not a whole lot. Room there, 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Thomas runs through a tackle. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run. You got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
I like the way this offense is ending the 1st half. Like, putting a good drive together. I like the running down here in this area. You got to be physical in this part of the field. You've got a good lead. You've got a chance to go in the half with more momentum, continue to run the ball, eat the clock, and put some points on the board.
Got enough space. And he finds his way out of bounds. Real close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your own line, I say go for it every time.
The quarterback sneak, looking to eke out a few yards. Scores on the sneak.
And I'll tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
The AT unit on the field. And and the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisiana is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Cajun Field, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Missouri. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Makes the grab over the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. He put some heat on that one down the middle.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
They kick it away on fourth down. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. To the air, it's Hawkins. Looking deep down the right side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to-toe all game long. That time, the defender comes away with an early win in the matchup, but the war is not over. We're going to see many more battles as this game goes on.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Moving away from pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
It'll be a run on third and short. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to scramble. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And everything looked good on that play. The receiver does a really good job of pushing upfield and then coming inside. But what happens when you come inside? You start coming to all those bodies and those linebackers and those safeties come into play. And those alligator arms sometimes get a little bit short.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. It's a draw. Slithers into space. Got enough for the first. Turning it on. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. On the move to his left. Slings it downfield. On target to the left. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Sooners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oklahoma. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This offense has it with really good field position. To the air, it's Hawkins. Moving out of the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Looking for a crease, it's Thomas. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess. Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. They'll send out the kicker here. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field goal.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Simon. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today. Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. Let's see what he can do with it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting it.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Sooners trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. To the air, it's Hawkins. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sooners!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Back, the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Fights off a defender. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos after a successful run.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. The lone back's got it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Working well behind the sticks on second down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wheeler.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Makes the catch, it's Carrion. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on first and 10. Flips it out on the screen. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. The Sooners want to move quickly. Finds a tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wheeler. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pick up a 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll pull it down and run. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Sooners looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to run, it's Thomas. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Sooners line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Looking to throw for it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. They marched 56 yards to the end zone and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Simon. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays.
And the defense, Dave, got him at the 27.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There's been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Motion from the wideout. To the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Dickey. And he'll be brought down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Complete out of the backfield. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Going to look downfield again. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
He unleashes a long one. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And how about this defense really answering the challenge so far today? This offense, you've seen like last week. I mean, they can throw for touchdowns and big yards and big chunk plays. Defense has answered the call, played the deep ball well, played discipline, making this offense really earn everything they get.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the right. And it's picked off for the third time today. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
how about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got the first down. Looking for more. Lots of running room. Touchdown Sooners. Once he got some room, it was over. And oh man, there's some burnt orange getting nervous in here thinking of the 2000 to 2003 blowouts, David.
And Reese, I know that, but man, it always feels like this game gets competitive in the end. And it's getting later, and it looks like Oklahoma's up big, Jesse, but I just wouldn't turn it off yet.
No, and if you're Texas, you just got to keep your composure, right? And it's hard to do because you've been looking at this game and circled this game on your calendar all year long. It feels like it's getting away from you. Don't hit the panic button right now.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 10 over East Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David.
Pulls it in down the sideline. He's running free down the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorns!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they did tack on the extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Wong. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Rides to back and leaves it. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quarterback adapted. He tried to get away, but the defense was able to track him down.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
The Sooners will punt this one away. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man. It's Washington. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. To the air on first down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
To throw, it's Hawkins. Dances away to buy time. Quarterback got it himself. Turns it on in midfield. They run him out of bounds after a gargantuan gain on the play.
This is exactly why nobody wants a Jesse Palmer. You want quarterbacks that can do that. Look at him pick him up, put him down, just chewing up yards. It was supposed to be a pass. Now turns it into a huge gain. Jesse Palmer never could do that.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Quarterback may change this route. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. That's caught. It's Hudson. Hard-hitting tackle. The Longhorns will hustle to the line.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody.
He lost one down the sideline. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Still on his feet. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Gonna run it. It's Thomas. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the 4th down, throws that fist up in the air.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Looking left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He fires one deep over the middle. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The corners are walked up tight. Finds his tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give as they work on that clock. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this defense is well aware of the situation, and they're so aware of it. That goal line package is coming out, right? They've got to stop the run. They know the offense wants to eat clock. They got to get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance to get back in this football game.
It was the Sooners who put the horns down in Dallas today in the Red River Showdown, and they'll take that golden hat north of the river. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.